Hello, Virgo. This is Yo Spiritual Bestie, Ciara. I want to start by saying this is a general reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind for me. And if it doesn't resonate, please try your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Other than that, let's get into it. All right, so this is going to be for the month of June. So this is your June reading for the sign of Virgo. We're going to start with some Moonology. And I have quite a bit of tarot and quite a bit of oracles that I'm going to be doing today. So let's get right into it. Also, if you hear any noises, my dishwasher is going. Usually I try to cut off my thermostat and my dishwasher and everything, and my washer and dryer. I try to turn everything off when I do readings, but baby, I need my dishes to be clean. Like, I need them to be clean so I can be able to make dinner later. So, all right, anyway, for Virgo, for the month of June, what are they looking like? I'm sure y'all understand. Clean dishes. All right, energy is gaining momentum. I love that. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. I like that as well. All righty. All right, so you got the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. I really like that energy here. So let's get some more. We're going to pull a couple of animal oracles as well as from my wisdom oracle deck. So let's see what else we can get on the table for you. Might need to scoot this over some more because last time when I did Capricorns, their reading was filled to the brim with stuff up here. So, all right, let's see. For Virgo, for the month of June, I'm excited. The energy is gaining momentum. I like that. For Virgo. Okay. All right, Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. One more, please. 56. And then you got the Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities, 59. Hummingbird Spirit, 34, be here and now. So I'm hearing 3, 4, 5. Because that was 34. This is 56, 59. Take 59 minus 56 is 3. I know, math. Anyway, I really like all of this energy for you, Virgo. So here, let me just kind of organize my cards a bit here so they kind of look a little cohesive, because we're gonna have quite a bit of spread, and I'm trying to make sure my spread look like it's spreading. You know what I'm saying? My spread gotta be spreading. Okay, I'm done. Okay, cool. Energy. Okay, so we got energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities, Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Make your dreams real. I think I first said make your dreams a reality, Virgo. So I just realized that. But it feels like you're kind of making something that feels impossible possible, Virgo. It definitely feels like there's something you're creating that felt impossible before, but because you've been chipping away on it, piece by piece, you're starting to realize, oh, it actually is possible for me. I like that. Okay. We're going to pull a wisdom oracle now. For Virgo. Wisdom oracle, please. That flew. All right. So you got loyal hearts. I really like that energy there. Number 35. So another 3 and a 5. You got 34, 35. So like I said, 3, 4, 5. A lot of 3s, a lot of 4s, a lot of 5s. So you could be seeing 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, or 3, 3, 3. I'm getting the progression, right? Energy is gaining momentum. That's why I said 3, 4, 5. And I think we even got a 6, because I think this was 56, 59. So 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? I feel like you're gaining momentum. You're increasing in speed. You also got the fates at the bottom here for number 17. I believe you got this in one of your previous readings, Virgo. If I'm not correct, please tell me I'm crazy. But I'm like 99% sure it was you, Virgo, who got the fates. Let's keep going. So we'll talk about loyal hearts because I am going to read a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole oracle, but I'm going to give you a gist of the loyal hearts. Let's see. Your reading is so interesting. I feel a little tongue-tied and like my chest feels like it's beating, like my heart feels like it's beating out of my chest. I don't know, like a nervous energy. All right, loyal hearts is fidelity, loyalty, devotion. I like the word devotion. It does say that evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they're faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. I really like that. I feel like Virgo might have had some issues with people. I mean, this is the nicest way, Virgo. I feel like you've, like I've said this in the last few readings, loyalty to a fault. I feel like you've put your loyalty, your heart, your time, your energy on the line for people who did not do the same for you. But because you've done that, you're now entering a phase in your life, Virgo, where you're going to actually find people who line up and level the same level as you. Like, if you're loyal, they're loyal. You know what I mean? But it feels like the way I read that Loyal Hearts card, it said they're going to prove their loyalty to you, and then in turn, you're going to commit to them. So I feel like some of you might have a little bit of a block up with your heart, yourself, or trusting others. But I feel like because of that, they're going to be even more, not prominent, but even more strategic in showing you how loyal they are to you, how much they're committed to you. And in turn, you're going to want to commit to them. Now, Loyal Hearts is not technically the soulmate card, because the Wisdom Oracle deck does have a soulmate card. But I kind of love this Loyal Hearts card for you, Virgo, because it feels very, like, I feel like loyalty is more important to you at this time. You want someone who is going to have your back. I don't think, but you know what? It also is this egg right here, and there's a heart, and they're both wearing crowns, and there's hearts around them. I feel like, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing love is easy, but loyalty is what you're really looking for. I feel like you are looking for love, or someone who can really give you what you want in love, Virgo, but you want someone who you can trust more than anything. You know what I mean? I feel like love is not something that's on the forefront of your mind, more like the right people, the right person, the right tribe, even the right love, like the right partner. You know what I mean? It feels like you're very strategic, or what's important more to you is not just the love aspect, but how they show up in commitment to you. Because I feel like in the past you've been so loyal and committed to others, but they haven't given you the same courtesy. But you keep sitting there thinking, well, I would do this for them. Why aren't they doing this for me? And you keep giving them chances after chances and benefits of the doubt. But now you're in an era where it's like, if they don't prove it, I'm not sticking around. But there are going to be people coming in that's going to prove it to you. All right? Okay, let's keep going. I am going to pull a few tea leaves for you, Virgo. I know we got a lot to talk about. For Virgo for the month of June, please. Oof. Okay, that's 2. I think that's 2. For the month of June, Spirit. One more. Okay, thank you. I was afraid it was going to be like 5. Okay, anyway. All right, so you got V, victory in some endeavor. You also got fair man, dealings or relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And then you got whale, family wishes come true. I like that. I like that. I kind of want to clarify this people card, though. I usually clarify the month cards for sure. I don't usually clarify the people card, but I'm kind of curious. What does this fair man want? The dealings or relationships with the fair man, can we clarify it? With blonde, gray, or white hair for the month of June. What is these dealings or relationships with the blonde, gray, or white-haired male? Spirit. Woo! That's too many. I'm just going to take that one that landed right on it. Spirit said they want a lot. I'm done. All right, it says, Claw, be careful. Do not take risk. Okay. That's something we needed to be aware of, right? It definitely feels like there's a need for you to be careful at this time with this person when you're doing the dealings. But it does feel like a family wish is coming true. I do like that. I feel like you and your loved ones are very much safe at this time. There is a victory. I'm feeling like there is, even though they're saying be careful, do not take a risk. I feel like at the end of the day, whatever decision you make, there is a victory in the endeavor. And it leads to you being able to grant, well, I'm hearing you being able to grant wishes within your family or someone that you're connected to. I feel like you're going to be a bridge that's going to connect your family with the right people, yourself with the right people. I don't know how to make that make sense, Virgo, but I'm just getting a lot of like connections, and it's like, but they're coming from you specifically. All right, let's go into your overall energy, Virgo. All right, what is Virgo's overall energy for the month of June? Okay. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. What is coming in for Virgo? Interesting. What is their challenge for the month of June? Okay, yeah, letting go. And what is their resolution for Virgo? Changing their perspective. I'm hearing lesson learned. You have to see that something was a lesson learned. Here, let me push this all down a little bit so you can see everything. That's a lot better, actually. Okay, cool. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. I feel like, Virgo, you're showing up as this Queen of Pentacles. Someone who is sweet, loving, nurturing. I feel like you're very focused on yourself, your stability, your health, your wealth. But anyway, your overall energy at this time is the Lovers, which is so interesting. I feel like you're operating from a place of love at this time. I'm hearing like very understanding, very forgiving, very loving, even when people don't, I was going to say don't deserve it, but I don't want to say that. It just feels like people might not have treated you with the same respect as you treated them, but yet you still never waver on who you are. You know what I mean? What you want. How do I put this? It's like you don't waver on your character, right? With the Lovers, that also could be a decision needing to be made. Because the Lovers is not just love. It can be a decision or a fork in the road. So you could be in an energy of feeling like a fork in the road, or feeling like you got to make a decision regarding love or regarding relationships and connection in the month of June. I am kind of curious, though, on which direction we're going with this Lovers card. Because it feels very broad for me. You also, because the Lovers is Gemini, you could also be in I'm pretty sure it's Gemini. You could also be in a very like Gemini-based energy. But I'm also getting, for some of you, if you are interested in love, you and your person, right, I feel like are being guided to each other. Because there's this angel here watching over both of them. And even though they're together here, it almost feels like I'm getting that they're both walking on two different paths, but it leads to each other in the end. Interesting. Why the Lovers for Virgo's overall energy? Okay, Two of Wands, interesting. Aries energy. Got Two of Swords at the bottom. So you really could be seeing 222 at this time. Two of Swords is like a decision needing to be made, a difficult decision needing to be made. But it also is a card of third place solutions, right? It's feeling like you have to make a decision based off of this or that, but there also is other decisions, other opportunities. I'm hearing other opportunities when it comes to love. With this Two of Wands, though, you know, I always say with the Two of Wands, this is the one seed or the one lesson here, and then they're moving forward. They're taking the world and they're going out towards something new. They might be traveling. They might be going somewhere new. Some of you could be meeting someone while traveling, at a party, at an event. Or, I don't know, I'm getting like new environment. So some of you could be going somewhere that you've never gone before, meeting someone who interests you, a connection, a spark or something. But the Two of Wands, this technically isn't what it means, but intuitively this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that there was a lesson learned in love with that first wand. I'm getting that you've learned a lesson regarding love, regarding your self-worth, regarding how you show up for yourself, regarding your dreams, regarding your goals, regarding everything when it comes to your life. And I feel like now you're experiencing this desire to level up. I feel like you're planning, moving, discovering that you want more out of life. That before, that was too small for where you are now. And I feel like because we got the energy, gain, and momentum, open to infinite possibilities, like make your dreams real, it feels like this second one is like a second chance. Like a second chance to get it right? To get something right, to feel comfortable within yourself, even Virgo. For some of you, like I said, this could be love and you decided to give love a chance the second time around. And it could be an Aries, actually. I want to bring that up because Aries is also here. But it just feels like you're stepping out on faith on something that before you might not have believed you could do. It might not have even been in your thought process in the last year or two. Like, I'm getting like the last 2 years, you would have never thought to go in this direction. It definitely feels like something's opening up and becoming more broader than you realize. You know what I'm getting? I'm almost getting like with this Two of Wands, I'm getting like when you had your first one, you were kind of like in a bubble. I'm not saying closed-minded, but you didn't see everything. Like, it's like almost like you only could see the city that you were in. But now you're realizing, oh my God, there's the state and there's the country. Oh my God, I can move to a whole nother country. There's an ocean. Like, it's like almost like you're broadening what you believe you could have at this time, what you can receive. I like that a lot, Virgo. Okay, so for what's coming in for you is the Eight of Cups. That is walking away from things that no longer serve you, Virgo. And I always love a good Eight of Cups. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. The thing about the Eight of Cups is it technically is something that's a settled energy, right? It's a settled, expectant energy. And some people are okay with living in the Eight of Cups energy. They're completely content with living in the Eight of Cups energy. But for you, it feels like you know you want more. You don't want to settle. You don't want to stay here. You want to seek more. And I'm all for taking a risk to seek more. All right, so what's this Eight of Cups? The Emperor. Okay, another Aries. Another Aries card. I think also Aries popped up quite a bit in your last reading. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. So it could be an opportunity, actually. Walking away from something and moving towards something that feels more better suited for you. The Ace of Pentacles, like I always say, the aces are like an opportunity for a new beginning, right? With the Ace of Pentacles here, it feels like there might be an opportunity for you to have something that's more grounded, more stable for you, more secure, right? Could be in a money aspect, right? Could be in a financial aspect. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting a little bit of like love and like work going hand in hand for you for some reason. A lot of fours also. A lot of fours and a lot of twos. Anyway, but the Emperor is someone who is a bossed up energy, okay? He gets stuff done. Yes, he wears his cloak and his crown, and he is is an emperor and is revered as a leader, an authoritative figure with control and dominance, right? He is a card of dominance and perseverance. He's determination at its finest. But he also is someone who is ready for battle at any time with his armor underneath his cloak. So not only is he regal, not only is he a ruler, but he also will go out in that battlefield, be the first in line, the front in the battlefield, and ready to go kick butt. You know what I mean? And the fact that we got this here with the Eight of Cups, it definitely feels like you're walking away to level up. It feels like you know that you can't be an emperor unless you walk away from things that don't serve you, Virgo. And it feels like you're realizing that you can have more if you want it. You're realizing that more is actually on the horizon. You can have it. It's on the horizon for you. All right, so for the challenge, you got the Four of Pentacles. I think it's kind of funny. Capricorn had the Four of Cups, right? You got the Four of Pentacles. It seems like the fours are really tearing up the earth signs and challenges, but Four of Pentacles is this energy of not letting the universe get in at all. It's a tight energy. It's holding on to everything you've got. It's a little bit of a desperation energy even too. Feeling like you can't open up, feeling like you can't let anyone in, right? It is a card of holding on tightly to whatever you have, your energy, your money, your resources, and kind of being almost breadcrumbing, giving it out even, and being afraid to let go, to trust that you are okay if you lose a pentacle, because maybe you'll gain 10. You know what I mean? Let's clarify your challenge. Why the Four of Pentacles for Virgo? Okay, one more. Why the Four of Pentacles for Virgo? Hold on. Why the Four of Pentacles for the Lovers at the bottom again? What is this? Oh, okay. You got the Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands. Yeah, Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Could be a new inspiration, new project, new spark. Seven of Wands. I feel like the challenge is letting this come in. I feel like you're blocking this Ace of Wands. I feel like this Ace of Wands is coming towards you and you're like, no, no. I don't know, Virgo. I just feel like you're blocking your own blessing. You're afraid of this spark, of this desire, whatever this is, because I feel like you're afraid of change. You're afraid of letting something new come into your life. Also fire energy here. Leo, just fire in general for the Ace of Wands. But it feels like you're afraid to let go and trust that this new thing that's coming in won't disappoint you. I feel like you've been afraid of disappointment. And the fact that we got Lovers again, it feels very heavy on connections and love for me. Could be even friendships, family, just connections in general. That's what I'm getting. But I feel like you've become a person who just doesn't believe. Not saying you don't believe in love, Virgo, but it feels like you're like, love has hurt me too much. I refuse to let it in again. I refuse to let it in again. I don't know, Virgo. I feel like you kind of have to let something go and surrender. The Hanged One is literally your resolution card. The Hanged One is surrender. It's letting go. It's literally changing your perspective and letting go and allowing yourself to see what happens, right? Why the Hanged One for Virgo? Yeah. Okay. Five of Cups. That is a grieving, regret energy. It's feeling like a failure, feeling disappointment. And I feel like they're telling you to change the Empress at the bottom. I feel like they're telling you to change your perspective on how you're viewing yourself. I feel like you see yourself as a failure when it comes to love, Virgo. And I hope not, right? But I feel like it's almost like I'm hearing, I failed once in love. I failed in a connection before. Like, I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to be scared again. But the thing is, as you say that, when you go to bed at night, you dream about a soulmate. You dream about love. You dream about connections. You dream about new opportunities in your dreams coming true. You dream about having the right people in your life and loyal people in your... You dream about it. You dream about it, Virgo. You want it, but you're so afraid of it that you're like... you don't want to let it in. You don't want to let it in at all. You're so afraid of it. I'm going to put this here because we already saw it. But I feel like Spirit is saying, Virgo, at this time, to allow yourself to be opened up to people. Not necessarily have to... I'm not saying you have to tumble yourself into love, but open up a little bit. Let people come into your life and show you loyalty. I feel like if you don't open up, how can they prove how loyal they are to you, how much they want to see you succeed? And it feels like when you get the right people, it almost feels like it propels you through your dreams, like it propels you through your divine purpose, because it either is they're also going through the same direction or they've already gone through it. And it feels very much like I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together. There's a need for you to have the right people in your life, because I feel like when you have the right connections, people in your life, you thrive under it, Virgo. You thrive. Virgo's the sign of what servitude and giving, right? It is a card of feeling like you need to be able to give your energy, but if you don't have anyone to give it to and not the right people to give it to, all you can do is kind of keep it to yourself. But the thing is, all it is circulating energy back and forth between you and yourself. There's this energy of desperately wanting to open up to people, but you're afraid, Virgo. Don't be afraid, okay, my love? All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Virgo. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, baby. Let's continue to grow the Spiritual Bestie community. But other than that, I'll see you in my next reading, and enjoy your June. Bye, my love.